Welcome everyone to this chat. We're breaking down the International Student Tax Return Guide for 2024-2025 in Australia.
Great to be here. So let's jump right in. What's one of the first things that international students need to know?
Well, first up, it's all about understanding your TFN. That's your tax file number, which is your key to interacting with the ITO.
Yeah.
It's like your unique ticket.
That makes sense. And what about the ABN? I've heard that comes into play sometimes.
Right, exactly. So if you're working as a sole trader, you need an ABN, an Australian business
Sure.
number. It shows that you're reporting your income properly and managing your tax separately.
That's pretty clear. Now, how does Medicare fit into all this?
Medicare. It's Australia's public health system. Most international students on temporary visas don't pay the Medicare levy if they're exempt.
Yeah, that's
It's like they
interesting.
have a free pass in that area if they meet the requirements.
Got it. And what about common questions? Like if someone earns less than $18,200, do they still need to lodge a tax return?
Excellent point. You really only need to lodge a return if tax was withheld, even if your earnings are below that threshold.
Exactly.
It's designed to ensure no tax escapes unnoticed, I suppose.
But then there's the topic of work expenses. Can international students really claim those?
Yes, absolutely. They can claim specific items like uniforms with logos, work-related travel expenses, and even work tools and equipment. However, and I must
Right.
say, normal clothing or commuting costs won't cut it.
Don't you think that might be a bit tricky? I mean, sometimes the line between normal clothing and uniforms isn't exactly clear.
That's a fair challenge. It does require a bit of judgment, but the rules are pretty strict. Normal clothing and rent, unless you're operating a home business, just can't be claimed.
True,
So precision is key.
definitely. And what about those specific topics like keeping track of ABN income and Medicare exemptions?
Good question. With an ABN, you must keep diligent records, all those earnings and
Yep,
expenses. And for Medicare, apply early with your OSHC insurance proof to get that exemption locked in.
that sounds essential, especially if you're juggling studies and work.
Exactly. And let's not forget superannuation. About 10.5% of your salary goes into a super fund. You might even be eligible to claim it back when you leave.
Right, that's a bonus. Wow, it's like every detail counts. What would be your final tips for managing all this?
The key is to keep receipts for any expense over $300, apply for that Medicare exemption as soon as possible, and of course, lodge your tax return on time to avoid
Yeah.
fines. This system is designed to make sure you stay compliant without too many headaches.
And for any extra help, it sounds like LNA accounting services are your go to.
Precisely, you can reach them at infowillaccounting.com.au or hit up their website.
Exactly.
It's all about getting the support you need to navigate these tax waters.
This has been super insightful. Thanks for breaking it all down so clearly.
Anytime, it's been like really useful talking through these points for all international students out there. Stay on top of your forms
Yep.
and good luck.